Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man, Sai. We smashed Tottenham Hotspurs 4-0 at Anfield. The Anfield crowd were raucous, and we got the victory that we needed to bring ourselves to another cup final. We are cup custodians. We hold the cup, we hoard the finals. We deserve to be in a final, and I told you we would do it. I told you Queep Kelleher would be in goal as well. I knew it. And did you know Cody Gakpo is now the top scorer in the cup as well? Well played, sir. Well played, my man. And indeed, Salah has assisted 10 of Gakpo's goals thus far. But I tell you what, in the opening goal, right, I put a lot of credit on Darwin Nunez and Curtis Jones' name, because Darwin Nunez attempted it. Every time he falls on his ass, he causes chaos in the box. They don't know what's happening. But more importantly, Curtis Jones's penetrative run occupied Archie Gray to leave Gakpo at the back post, where he had to concentrate, gamble on the ball coming his way, head over the ball into the bottom corner. Clinical left wing masterclass. Gakpo is a maestro on the left wing. But special word for Darwin Nunez, who's in the thumbnail today. I told you Darwin Nunez would come good. And not only that, you got to believe that he is the third choice striker behind Diogo Jota and Lucho Diaz at the moment. However, he offers different attributes, right? There's two key things that Darwin Nunez offers. He is like a Dirk Kuyt on steroids. He works incredibly hard. And Liverpool's number 9, Liverpool's top striker, has always done that. Ian Rush always did that. Michael Owen, when he was young, before he pulled his hamstrings, did that as well. Dirk Kuyt did that. Fernando Torres tracks back. Luis Suarez is an absolute menace as well. We've always had hard-working forwards, and he's never shirked the effort. Sure, some shots may be wayward, but he gets involved in the play. His build-up play is improving. His pressing is immense. But from the corners, bang, everything. He learned the Gakpo. He was clearing everything from the corners. A man possessed. If you didn't wear the right glasses, and I've got some blue light-preventing glasses right here, you'd be confused. It's Virgil van Dijk, Uruguayan version. Ooh. Clearing ball after ball. He tracks back, gets his toe in, dispossesses the opposition. His intensity in tracking back, in prodding, in poking, he's even more effective than someone like Firmino, just for the added fact that his aerial ability is an absolute force to be reckoned with on defensive corners, especially in front post, and his speed on prodding the opposition. Now, Firmino, game intelligence, tracking back, tackling, offensive presses, top notch. Offensive pressing, Firmino is better, but tracking back to be an extra man in the midfield, in the defense, and going box to box, end to end, Darwin Nunez, what an effort. He will always be in the hearts of the manager's mind for the fact that his work ethic is relentless. He has an extra body in the compression, in the press, and in the trap zones. Fantastic performance, linking up play. The only thing missing was a goal. But I tell you what, he got a vital play, right, for the goal, because his penalty, right, the penalty he won, only Nunez and sometimes Lucho Diaz can have that kind of effect, for the fact that on the diagonal run, because of the pace, because of the willingness, because of that acceleration and the intensity in the sprint, right, Mo Salah can thread the ball in behind. McAllister can thread the ball in behind for Nunez on the diagonal in a corridor of uncertainty where the goalkeeper thinks they might be able to get it, and once the goalkeeper's committed, they have to go. Otherwise, you literally just round the keeper and roll it into an empty net, except from Chelsea's Fernando Torres, because he rounded the keeper and hit it wide. Do you remember that? Left foot. What a miss. Darwin Nunez, incredible performance. He deserved man of the match. I understand why Gakpo got it, but Darwin Nunez was literally man of the match. Don't doubt our agent of chaos, our number 9. He wore the 27 shirt before the number 9 was available, because 2 and 7 equals 9. That's the way the strikers think. Darwin Nunez, a credit to Liverpool. Epitomizes a Liverpool front man. If we win anything this season, Darwin Nunez will be a big part of that. I said it. As will Chiesa and Elliott and Endo off the bench, because they are the second string behind the first team lineup that always comes on to show up the game. Now, sure, Endo will captain against Plymouth Argyle, right? Down south. So we didn't utilize him in this particular match. But when you can pull off McAllister, Jota as your first line substitutions compared to Tottenham's Bergvall, for example, and Mattis Tell, right? It's just not the same. It's not the same, right? Potential youngsters who have got to get acclimatized to the game. Even Archie Gray is doing his job at the back for Tottenham. When you can bring on Jota and McAllister, a World Cup winning Argentinian ginger in the right lights, Messi lookalike, who was the dominant midfield performer, by the way, alongside Enzo Fernandez and Rodrigo de Paul, but McAllister was the best in that World Cup. And Diogo Jota, the slotter, a prime finisher. You bring on Lucho Diaz, you bring on Harvey Elliott. It's not even fair. You bring on Jarrell Quansah, wonder kid with the huge shoulders. you know, big burden weighted on his shoulders, but he's got the hench to sort it out, right? It's cold. I'm wearing this this gilet right here. It's got a gilet, right? 5 a.m. I woke up to watch this. I was half asleep. I channeled my inner technique, one eye open on those dodgy streaming sites. I kept closing the ads on my phone, the Keitai. Keitai means phone in Japanese. I watched it. I commented in the Discord. And as soon as I commented, as Kim rightly said, I got 2 assists. I always get assists from the bench, from the bed actually, not from the bench, from the Japanese bed. Speaking of which, I really played a big part in this win. You know why? Wait here. Because of this, right? Woo! We celebrated Setsubun Day in Japan, right? Where you scared the crap out of the kids. No, literally. The demons, you chase the demons and the bad spirits and the bad luck out of your house with the demon mask. They throw soybean nuts at you to drive away the Oni. This is Oni, Akuma, Oni, the demons. You purify with salt and whatever. And then you eat this gigantic sushi called ehomaki. Like, go. And you got to eat it facing southwest and zipped, right? No noise, no speaking. You eat that massive sushi. I had a roast beef one and a pork katsu one into the belly. Get in my belly. And then that's good luck, right? So I did that. Look, here's some clips.
Get the nuts, Tato. Nuts. So there, and Fukauchi.
Liverpool beats Spurs.
Yes, get in.
Yes, get in.
He's off to school now.
Hi.
Thank you. Wataru Endo. And having driven all of the bad spirits away, that is why Anfield got on his feet, roared with ale. Even the kids, look, Ato celebrated on the way to school this morning. So did Mia. Mia loves her Liverpool as well. That's why you got to like this video and you got to subscribe to the membership if you haven't already. YouTube membership is the best way to support this channel. YouTube don't pay peanuts. Speaking of which, yep, those soybean nuts, eat them after you throw them on the floor. So yes, we go past the first goal. Tottenham can't live with the press, making mistakes. Real quality teams have to play under the cosh, under pressure, make those passes stick, be brave on the ball, beat your first man. But Tottenham couldn't do it. They gave away the ball time and time again. His first one was Basuma giving a square ball away. Gravenberch picking up in the right half space. Mazzala position off to Mo Salah. Rest is history with Gakpo. Next, right? As I mentioned, Darwin Nunez going across the face of the goal. Kinski taking out the Kinky Nunez. And then Salah's penalty. That's like X-rated, isn't it? That's 18 plus. Whipped with curve into the top bins, top corner, placed to position, perfection. That might be one of the best penalties of all time. Right? Beautiful. You knew who'd going to score. And then Domi Schlobbers with Connor Bradley. Connor Bradley offers that intense run, that sprinting from the back. People wanted a right-sided Robertson in his prime. That's Connor Bradley all over. And he's defensively solid. He tackles, absolutely launches himself in tackle. Better than Flanagan. Oh my goodness. I mean, I know Flanagan scored a half volley against Tottenham as well, right? And Suarez and everyone's going crazy. But Connor Bradley is the truth. He's the one. He's quality. Fantastic play. Bursting through the middle. And did you notice it was sexy, majestic Alexis McAllister bringing the ball laterally. As I said, a slot midfielder in slot ball has to be comfortable with bringing the ball laterally until the right moment of opportunity, the window of opportunity opens, in which case he saw Bradley at the corner of the eye on a traverse, weighted it into him, and first time shuffled into Domi Schlobbers, being the dummy runner from the 10 position into the up front position. One touch, take it out of feet, and side passed it with precision past Kinski again. 3-0. Even time for Virgil van Dijk to pull, bang. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Captain Fantastic. Substituted off to a standing ovation. But even more important than that, did you see his best move of the match? The handshake to Richarlison. Whoop, there she is. Whoop, there she is. Get up, you pigeon. Kind of thing. No pecking pigeon that day because Richarlison done his hamstring or something again. Did you see how depressed Heung-min Son looked? Right. Oh my goodness. He's like, this is Tottenham. This is the club I captain. You feel sorry for him because he could have really won trophies. Big game player, quality player, two-footed rocket shot, inspirational, but he can't lift up. He's not a Gerrard. He's quality, but there's not many Gerrards in this day and age where he can single-handedly win a game from that position. tried his best. Kulusevski tried wonder shots. They didn't have enough. They don't have the squad depth and the quality. But Liverpool, when they play at this tempo, with this quality, with the off-the-ball performance, unplayable, unbeatable. No team in the world, maybe even in history, will have a legitimate shot against that intensity off the ball. The intensity off the ball gives you the right to play, and when we have the right to play, we are dangerous because of the threats from every direction. Thomas Frank said we are the best transition team in the world, and I'll do a dedicated video on exactly why we're the best defensively and offensively in transition, but also on the lateral transitions and the set play transitions as well. Very, very interesting to see. I don't think anyone else has done those videos. But yeah, Tottenham Hotspurs, semi-final. We've got Tottenham's number in the cup finals. Right, semi-final, done them in. Champions League final, done them in with the Mo Salah penalty and Divock Origi sliding in, the slotting in the ball from Joe Matip. And look how shiny Arne Slot looks. Up the shiny one.
The cream of the crop!
This is a channel, substance and abundance. And look, Curtis Jones plugged away, safe pair of legs. And did you notice how many times our midfielders, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Gravenberch, managed to wheedle their way out of trouble because they have the techers, they have the composure, they're multifaceted, they can play defensive, they can play offensive, they link up well. And really interesting to see when Mo Salah is on the right wing, his game intelligence always allows him to get the ball. And what I mean by that is when he's hiding behind the fullback and Conor Bradley or Gravenberch goes into the 10 half space, when he drops back into position, naturally the Tottenham line of 6 has to drop back into position, which means the wide ball is always on, and he is our creative playmaker, Mo Salah, right? We've got an inside forward on the left. We've got a wide playmaker in Mo Salah, and we've got a selfless striker pressuring from the front, and an advanced forward who presses like a maniac and drops into the midfield to add extra man as well. It's not even fair when you have that quality on the bench. McAllister, Lucho Diaz, Jota, Chiesa, Elliott, Quansah, Endo, Alisson Becker. When you have that quality, wow. Let me know in the comments below. Who do you start? Queeve Kelleher, he didn't have much to do today, or Alisson Becker in the final? Who has it against Newcastle? Will Queeve redeem himself, obviously, with that 3-3 mistake where he left the ball and he slid in? Was it Shah or someone? Fantastic. Now, Anthony Gordon and especially Isak will be a constant threat. They got powerful midfield with Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Tonali as well, Longstaff. Very defensive, hard to break down. But look, 3-3, we can score against them. They scored against us as well. But on a final, we have the big game players, the big game pedigree. So Arne Slot is in his first final and well-deserved. It's the start of the shiny era. The shiny era because he is so shiny, but also not just about his head where he can solar beam and deflect the sun into opposition players' eyes and win the game for Liverpool from the bench. So can his staff because staff's head's quite bold as well. But shiny because the trophies, the silverware is coming. And everyone likes silverware coming. I was going to say something a bit wrong there. Yes, digressing just a little bit. You got to feel a bit sorry for Tottenham, right? Aspirations to get in the final, injury hit, Ange Ball winning his second trophy. Sorry, trophy in the second season. He's got the FA Cup left. He's at Europa League as well. Crocodile tears here because mainly, no, not sorry at all. Sorry, ain't sorry. You get what you deserve. And yeah, they didn't deserve anything in that game. I mean, Matis Tel, nice little glimpse of what he's capable of, but way too soon for him to make an impact. And he must be like, goodness gracious me. Anfield, semi-final, crowd erupting. We didn't stand a chance. What a team. This Liverpool team is dynamic, explosive, with real work ethic and endeavour. Getting men behind the ball. So that's why I said in the transfer window, who can you buy the slots in straight away tactically, technically, with the intensity of the press and the connections and technical ability to hold on to the ball and make the difference in each of the 3/3 as well, right? It's hard to find out a player, especially in January. But Arne Slot he absolutely promised. In the summer, we're working hard on strengthening the squad, which means there must be some quality players in the pipeline, because to get into this Liverpool team is excruciatingly hard. And Arne Slot mentioned it as well with the 23-man squad suggestion. Having to leave players out of the squad in its entirety, it's not right? Joe Gomez out, Chiesa out, right? The quality and caliber of our player, it's not as if you're leaving a kid out or a potential player out, How does Tyler Morton work his way in? And Yoni with sporadic moments on the bench, he's still incredibly young. Ben Doki when he comes back, how does he get the minutes to fulfill his potential? Cade Gordon's probably fallen behind Ben Doak again, right? Rio and Gamoha, how do these players get on our bench? And yet we're going to sign players to strengthen even more so. Robertson is back to his best. Not absolute prime, but he's consistent, good quality run. In fact, that back post cross from a short corner whipped in Szoboszlai all the way back to Robbo, who whipped it to Salah. Salah could have played it across to Gakpo. That would have been a truly majestic finish and majestic goal as well. I'm rushing to make this video because, well, I want to make this video. It's Friday and I'm feeling right. 5 a.m. wake up. I'm all hyper and goo-gooed on coffee, bring the kids to school, and going to local butcher. Bought a huge belly pork. Got some ribs as well, beef short ribs. Oh my. Tasty. We just found a local butcher, Miyazaki, on the way to Ato's kindergarten. I'm loving it. It's a great time to be a Red. In our first final, top of the league, Arsenal capitulated against Newcastle. Arsenal have lost 3 times against Newcastle this season. Is that a title contender? Havertz up front. Is that a title contender? Martinelli, hot and cold. Odegaard, hot and cold. They're held together by set pieces, so they're a luxury Stoke at the moment. Luxury Stoke with 80 and 100 million pounds players. Declan Rice, baby. They haven't got the gravy. They haven't got the meat. They only got the rice. Digressing. I'm just so happy right now. Woo! Liverpool. That's what I want to see. The shiny era taking over from Jurgen Klopp, right? Not an easy job, but Slot's making it look seamless because he's hardworking. He's dedicated to football. He watches his football. Did you hear Gary Neville? Gary Neville thought Tottenham would make it because they'd earn a draw. What is he smoking there over at the Neville household? I can tell you that. It's the cheap stuff because he's gone quack. Bananas, quack. Oh, really, really good performance. Even one eyed open, I could see quality. I can tell quality, you know. What can you say? Ange Postecoglou was shaking his head on touchline. You can make a whole compilation of how many times Ange was shaking his head. Credit to the referee as well. The referee let the play go on for majority of the match. Not many yellow cards, not much disruption as well. Van Dijk holding Richarlison off. I think the elbow caught him in the throat as well. People were moaning, crying about it. They always need to moan and cry something because Liverpool way too dominant at the moment. It's going to take a spectacular performance, especially over 2 legs, to knock Liverpool out of anything. And we are cup final specialists as well. We can do the job on any given day. And we've got players to see us through to the end of the season because they've won things. You look at Andy Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, right? So many players, Mo Salah, they have been there, done it, and won it all in Liverpool colours. It frustrated me so much when they talked about Manchester City have the know-how to win the leagues. So do Liverpool. Have they forgotten? When Manchester City were still in their prime, Liverpool smacked them. It might have been the COVID system, but we smacked them around. They have to smack us down on their candy ass, and we won that league on merit and celebrated in a garden because it was COVID season, right? So let's celebrate in style, open bus parade through Liverpool, through Merseyside. Let's see our neighbours Everton. Some of them will come up to cheer Liverpool on as well, because why not? It's a good celebration all around. We need to smash Everton next, but first of all, Plymouth Argyle. I almost went to university at Plymouth, but no, ended up at Canterbury. My mate Danny went to Plymouth. He talked about some fine cheese or something. I don't know. Water sports, isn't it? Not cheese. Yeah, what's more to say? Tactically, superb. Intensity, superb. Connection, superb. When you got Domi Schlobbers, it's like an extra man in midfield. When you got Darwin Nunez, it's like an extra man all over the pitch, right? When you got Conor Bradley, rabid Wolverine, up and down. Robertson's back to, back on form as well. Konate, man mountain. Imperious, knocking their strikers about. Queeve Kelleher, reliable, ever solid. Van Dijk as well, impenetrable. That midfield, Curtis Jones played his part, retained the ball. Gravenberch, he's a different gravy, really. Wow, I love these players. Gakpo always scored a goal. Mo Salah, creative player, genius, technical brilliance. Salah's first touch is back on now. He still can't dribble properly, but his first touch is immense. I love this team. I love my team. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's celebrate in style. Start to a good weekend. Start to a good week. Start to a good season. Thank you, everyone. Smash a like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. This channel, Substance in Abundance. And love you all. Ichiban. Miyazaki man, Ichiban. He is the best. Liverpool Ichiban. You guys are the best as well. Better than all the rest. Liverpool fan in Japan community. You guys rock. Intelligent. Sophisticated. And, yeah, the cream of the crop. Until next time, Jane means ciao.
Liverpool fan in Japan.